G'day guys, how you doing? Now I know that a week ago in my last video I said that I'd be making this video the day after, but migraines really got the better of me and I was kind of on a 3-day like full-on bedridden state. But I've given myself a little bit of a break, but now I'm back with the video. So today I'm going to be running through a few things, but first I'll let you know that at the end of the video I'll be announcing the winner of the giveaway, so make sure you stay tuned. Now I have done a sort of talking about the equipment I use in a previous video. I think it was in a Q&A, but it was kind of the basics. It was only a few things that I had. There have been things that I've picked up and changed. Some things are still the same. There's little bits and pieces that I've kind of acquired, or little techniques that I've kind of picked up on over the past year since doing my last one. I can't remember if it was a year ago, but however long ago it was, there are things that have changed since then and ways that I've gone about doing things that, you know, have changed. I'm still recording on the same camera. It's the Canon 700D. It's the camera that I've been using for the past year and a half. This is what I started my very first video on, and I'm still confident in it. There's just, you know, there's ways that I've been able to improve the quality of the image of the video since, you know, my first few videos, but apart from that, it's really held up no matter what I've done, no matter what type of video I've needed to do. It's been the one that I've used, and I've been really confident and happy in the way that it's performed. So it's a really good entry level, but I know that for vlogging, autofocus is something that's a big part of it, because you don't want to be having a manual focus every second, because it just gets time consuming and it gets really tricky. So with this camera, it's not the best with autofocus. It has got a semi-okay autofocus, but with something like a 70D or an 80D, that's what you want to look in more to if you want to go for an entry-level Canon for vlogging and YouTubing, if you don't want to have to keep worrying about manual focus. But yeah, so I've stuck to the 700D, but if for other people you want to get into vlogging, I would recommend the 70D, and then it's a little bit more expensive, but the 80D. Apart from that, that's where I stand with the camera. I'm still using my 18 to 55mm lens that came with the body in the camera kit, so that's just still the same lens. So moving on to microphones, I did originally use the Rode VideoMic Go, but as you can tell, it snapped off its gimbal, and so every time I would record a video, like going out for a vlog, whenever I'd move it would jig around and you could hear that kind of the shakiness in the video, and that wasn't something that I liked. I didn't want to hear that, so you know, I upgraded my microphone. I've moved on to the Audio-Technica mono shotgun condenser microphone, and it's got the dead cat on it, so it cuts out all the wind when I'm outdoors. I am really happy with it. It's a really good sound. It's not, you know, it's not the same as the camera, like the inbuilt one. It's not really low quality. I think it's got the microphones on both sides, so it can get a kind of surround sound instead of just getting the directional, like some microphones do. Like some vloggers like that, when it's just right with the audio is just right where you are and there's nothing bleeding from either side. But there's some environments that I like that, where it's getting that kind of atmospheric sound from all around you. But yeah, it's really good quality, and I don't have to worry about a battery because it runs off the computer's power. Yes, that means it's draining your camera a little bit faster, but I'd rather not have to worry about turning it on and off every time I press record and, you know, missing all my audio. So this one, I think I bought it for $140, so it's really affordable. It's not, you know, $150, $400 like some microphones are, so it's not going to hit your pocket too much, but it's value for money in my eyes. So one of the newest toys that I've gotten, I got this at Christmas. It's the Joby Gorilla Pod, and I also got it with the 360 swivel head, and it's really helpful for me because, one, with vlogging, I don't have to carry around my tripod like I used to, and that it's a lot heavy. It's like 2 or 3 times as heavy as this. This is really lightweight, and I really love it. And you know, you can mold it in any way you want to fit around something. I've even used it before where I molded the legs up, so I had the camera sitting here and I had it there like it was kind of a bit of a steady cam, and so it was a nice easy grip. Like, so with vlogging, it makes it a lot easier just to have that, so you can have it there and it gives you that extra range, so you can get a wider shot. Another advantage with the 360 swivel head is that because this can mold to your surroundings, but sometimes if your camera's on that little bit of an angle, you can move the ball head around so that you can really level off your camera and you can get it straight. So even if it's like that, you just move the ball head and you can get that level. So no matter what angle your camera's on, you can always get that that straight shot. If you need to change directions of your camera, like which way it's facing, you don't have to, you know, kind of twist it off the top of this one and, you know, loosen the camera and then fear it's going to fall off. With this, it just moves around, untighten that, and then it just moves on the 360 axis. So the stuff that's actually gone into designing this I'm really impressed, and I'm 100% happy with how it's been performing, because there's been times with my normal tripod that it was just pissing me off that I could never get, you know, a straight shot, and there was just so many downsides to it. But with this, it really is multifunctional, and there's so many aspects about it that, you know, help creators out so much. Being able to get the shot and being able to set up quick and in any location, like you can wrap it around a pole, you can set the legs up so you've got a flat shot on a rock. I'm not getting paid to say any of this, they wouldn't, but just saying that, you know, I actually back this product. It's not just, you know, being told to say it. It is something that I stand by and that I can tell that I'm going to be using for quite a while, because it is tough and then it's built to last, so that's something I'm really happy about. You can buy it with the ball head, so that overall it becomes cheaper. So instead of having to buy the two separate components, you can buy it as a built-in all-in-one. So I feel like that's a really beneficial part of the way that they operate. I am still using my tripod for stuff like this, because obviously the GorillaPod, there's only a set size, but if I'm filming on like I am now, I have to be eye level, so I'm still using my tripod. It is an Optex OPK1931, and it's basically falling apart. Like, it's being held together by duct tape at the moment. I've kind of put it through the ringer, but you know, it does the job that I need to when I'm here. I'm looking at getting another tripod in a little bit, but for now I have to kind of bear with the broken one. And I also, for my GoPro, I've been using this monopod for a while. It's just a cheap one from eBay, so you know, you don't have to spend 75 bucks or anything. This one was, I think, $10, and it's lightweight and it's pretty easy to use it. Sometimes if the GoPro has too much weight on it, yes, it does just fall around, but for most situations it does hold up. It would be something that I'd recommend, because I've had this since I started doing YouTube, and it's come in handy a lot. And talking about GoPros, I've still got my GoPro Hero 3 Silver. I've been wanting to upgrade for a while, just haven't got the money at the moment. But yeah, just it's the GoPro, and then I've gotten the adapter for the LCD screen, so that helps out when I want to actually know what I'm filming, because that's a downside about the older GoPros, is that if you don't have it, you don't know what you're filming. You don't have any screen on the back, so you kind of have to go with your own instincts for it. But getting the LCD screen was a real help, because I could actually see exactly what I was filming. It has become pretty slow at the moment, like sometimes it just stops recording and it freezes, so I'm going to be looking at getting the new Hero 5, because, you know, having the higher frame rate with the better image quality, like 4K and stuff like that, something that I've been really wanting to look into, and this doesn't have the capabilities. So for now, that's what I've been using. I have still got my point and shoot, the Canon, but it hasn't been something that I've used in a while. I haven't had to take it out, but it's the IXUS 220HS, if I'm saying that right. It hasn't been something that I've used lately, but whenever I go on like a trip, it's always in my bag, because it's easier than a DSLR to set up, and it's just, if you need a quick shot, you don't need to think about the shot. Point and shoot is to go. So for anybody starting out, again, I would recommend getting a good entry-level point and shoot, and you know, you can fit it in your pocket, so if you can't be bothered lugging around a DSLR, it makes it a lot easier. And moving back to GoPro as well, there's a couple accessories that I've gotten recently. I have the chest mount and the suction cup. They come in really handy. I think I used the chest mount when I did the paintballing video, so that I got, you know, a nice point of view video without me having to hold it because, you know, you have your gun in your hand. It was something that made it a lot easier, and it's come in handy for like travel videos and stuff, where if we're hiking somewhere. And as well as a suction cup, I've used it on like airplane windows, so you get a time lapse of you flying through the clouds. Used it in car rides, put it on the roof, put it on windows, everything. So, you know, it comes in handy for getting a time lapse in vehicles. So they're the only ones that have been a really big help in making videos and getting those kind of different shots. And something else, it's another accessory for my lenses that I've been using. It's you've seen it in the unboxing video that I did. It was what Alex got me, and it's kind of like a wide angle adapter. It does, I think it's meant to be times 0.45, so like just under a half. So I think it cuts mil length by, you know, under a half. So this is the normal shot now, and then with the lens you would get that wide. And then it also comes with a macro lens, so the two unscrew, and it's gonna go really close up, but you get that nice macro. So yeah, they're really handy. So there's been times, you know, if I want to get a nice shot of like any of stuff outside, like after it's been raining, and I want to get a nice close-up shot of, you know, the water droplets on the blades of grass, and I don't want to get too close, and I can't get close enough with the lens that I've just normally got, because, you know, it's obviously got a maximum and minimum focal length. So using the macro lens really helps and if you want to, you know, get that nice close up, or if you want to get the really nice wide angle, especially with vlogging, if you know you want to get that wide shot, if you want to get your whole body in frame and you need to get that full shot, using that, it really does help. I've used it a couple times in vlogs. It is really easy. I think Alex got them off something like eBay or a nice easy site. So there's a lot of them, and for every lens there's a different one that has a different thread on it to screw them onto the front of the cameras. So you know, it's not just one type that you can only fit on one sort of lens. So I think I've got one for 2 of the lenses that I use that Alex sent over. But I would recommend getting something like this, because obviously wide angle and macro lenses, having to buy an additional one, it can be pretty pricey. But these, they're like, I don't even think they're $100, like they're nothing compared. So being able to have 2 in one without having to buy a couple extra lenses, it really does help out. Now I've got 2 other lenses, but there's only the one that I use mainly, which is the 1-300mm Sigma zoom lens. I've got the 35-80, but I haven't utilized it too much, so I wouldn't count it as something that like a piece of equipment that I use, because I've only used it once or twice, I think. But with the 1-300, you've seen like the moonrise in one of the videos with Izzy, a lot of my Instagram where I've got a lot of moon shots, and really far away. Like there's a shot in, I think it's 2 photos ago on my Instagram, it's from the tree out the back, and it's a really good zoomed in of one of the birds in my tree in the backyard. But yeah, that's really the other lens, which is the 1-300. That's the other lens that I use quite a lot. My 35-80, it hasn't been something I've been able to utilize as of yet. There might be a time down the road that I can, but at the moment, yeah, the 1-300 comes in so handy, because if even in events in the city, I've had to use this as well, because if I'm too far away from the action but I really want to get a good shot, like a detailed shot, it's something that does, you know, you can beat the crowd and just, you know, get over everybody, get the shot that you want. And for lighting, obviously, you know, since my very first video, the lighting situation has gotten a lot better. I used to just use natural light, like just that's the only window I have. If you can see, it's a brick wall, but there's a brick wall outside, and so the amount of light isn't the best. So I was only ever recording at the one time of the day, and if I missed it, I was screwed for that day. There was no video. But now it's an LED light. I'm pretty sure it's really easy, and it wasn't expensive at all. And I don't need, you know, fancy lighting equipment that a lot of YouTubers have. Maybe I'll get them one day, but just for now, doing a video in my room, it's just something nice and simple. So being able to utilize things around my house has been a big benefit for me, has really ramped up the production value of my videos. It's something that I like to tell a lot of people beginning and just starting out in YouTube. You don't need the money to be able to make the content. You don't need the money for the quality. You can use, you know, a broken tripod. You can use your mum's bedside lamp to record a video. You can use your phone for the video. Like, you don't need like movie quality stuff. You can just use entry level, like basic, and if the content is there, if the story's there, if, you know, the key basis around like all your ideas, if the idea in the video is amazing, the quality people don't look at, they don't worry about too much. And the very last piece, it is this drone that my sister got me. It's the Rapture HD by 0x. It's, you know, it's obviously not as high quality as the DJIs or the GoPro Karmas, but for me, I prefer this one. Like, for anybody who's wanting to get a drone, I would think about getting something like this first, because I've crashed this too many times, and I've crashed on a road where cars have driven over it and stuff. And if I had a DJI Mavic and that happened, I'd be out $1,600. But for something like this, you can really test your limits, and you can get used to being able to fly a drone without like being scared that you're gonna damage something that's almost worth $2,000. Obviously, it's not the highest quality video that there is for drones, but for me, it's a start. It's like that starting point where you can kind of get those basic skills and the basic knowledge, and then wrap your head around it all and really start on something. So that is it for the equipment. The software, I've upgraded to Final Cut Pro. I haven't gotten much into kind of Premiere and anything like that. It's Final Cut for me, it's a lot easier because I started out on iMovie. Moving over, the 2 softwares, they kind of linked for me. The layout and how everything's run, they are very similar. So if you're used to iMovie, move over to Final Cut, and you might prefer Premiere one day. I've been really fortunate that I got it, and I've been able to use it and improve the post-production process so much with all those effects and transitions, and really ramp up my videos, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's been able to move on to the next level with my videos. So yeah, Final Cut, I would highly recommend it. I know it's expensive. There are links that you can get to download it for free, but however you get it, I would recommend. This is something that people have been waiting quite a while for, is like a tutorial of how I edit my videos. I'm not gonna do a kind of sit down run through and edit like a lot of other people do, because I find every edit is different. I can't say specifics on how I do my editing across the board, because each video has a different kind of feeling to it and a different way that I edit. Like if it's a challenge, it's, you know, it's that one massive clip and it's in a chronological order. You just cut the dead air, you cut all the kind of the bloopers and the snuffs and everything, like the stuff you don't want in it, the awkward pauses, and then, you know, you put your music underneath it just to have that background. If you've got any like stuff that I use, like TV clips and funny meme moments, I put them in there if a funny moment happens. That's one type of video. And then if I've done like a vibe video, that's a whole different story. So with the summer sunset video, for example, I pulled all the videos and I went through them all. Like I watched all the clips that I wanted. You pick and choose the best moments, so you pick all your favorite moments that you think would make aesthetically pleasing visual for your audience, and you know, you put that into your timeline and you work out. You don't need to work out the order of them straight away, but just so you have them in there. And music is a really big part that I feel plays into a video. You really want to get the music right. Before you start editing any video at all, I would recommend choosing the right song, just so you know, because with the song, that's where the feeling and the vibe comes from, because you can really set the tone and hit those beats and hit the way the music runs, like the tempo of it. You can really set your video alongside that. So I'll link down to all of the channels and all of the websites that I use for my music. There's so many royalty-free options. So there's a lot of like vibe and ambient music that I use. There's a lot of funny music, there's dramatic music, so all of them I'm gonna link down below. But for anybody starting, I really highly recommend that you delve deep in the music and you don't just find the first one that you see and you kind of, I guess it works. Really take your time in choosing it, because when you get the music right, that gives a better experience for your audience and they really connect more. Match your video with the music. So if it's slow, choose slower cuts. So don't do fast like 1 second clips into the next. If it's a slow build, you know, you can take your time, stretch out those clips. So do like a 10-second maybe or a 5-second clip, and have something that's not too much of an action built scene, but something that's really nice and smooth. So you can chuck a slow-mo in there, you can chuck a drone shot, like a long drone shot, but something just so it helps, it kind of complements the music. And then when it starts to build up, that's when you kind of build momentum, and when you get to the high point of the song, you know, that's when you can throw all that action in. Like in the summer sunset video, you know, it was Steve jumping off the cliff, stuff like that. Like it was really high pressure moments and exciting moments in the video. So for those vibe videos, you know, you want to set that tone with the music. That's the first step, building that side by side between the visual and the audio. And then, you know, you chuck some sound effects in there. If, you know, you're at a park, rustling of the trees and some birds in the backgrounds. If you're at the beach, the crashing of the waves and the seagulls. Really go the extra mile with being able to connect with your audience and put them in this like an idea that they're actually there. If you go the extra mile, your content comes out a lot more enjoyable and a lot easier to watch, and people will, you know, they'll tell you that, like, dude, that was amazing. Like the way that you were able to edit and the way you were able to engage me was just next level. Like you could have just put music along with videos, but you know, you put those sound effects, you put those transitions. If you're able to do that, that really pushes your work that little bit further. So that's the stuff that I've been trying to get more into, is get those sound effects. Like if it's raining, the little cracks of the lightning and some thunder and the wind, the pelting of the rain. If, you know, you're in public at the crowds and tooting of cars, anything that can help add that atmosphere, chuck that in there, because it's only just going to make it that much better. And last off, when it's stuff like this with the vlog, you want to just make everything smooth and as seamless as possible. So cut out as much dead air as you can, because obviously sometimes I have to take a pause in between each thing I say, because, you know, you have to think about what you say before you say it. So obviously sometimes you can ramble off and things just come out smoothly. But there's obviously, in a video, there's going to be particular things that you want to say, so if you just need to think about it, cut out that thinking time just so it seems smoother. You'll have ums, ahs, buts, and you'll have stutters, so cut them out as much as you can, just so it's coherent and so your viewers can really keep on track with it, and it's not dragging on, and they're not getting tired, and they're not getting bored of what you're saying because it's taking too long. If you've got 20 minutes of video, there's been times where I've shot a half hour worth of video and I've been able to cut it down to 5 minutes because there's been that much that just didn't need to be in there. And you know, you guys wouldn't want to sit there watching a half hour of me standing if I'm trying to think. Just cut that out because nobody wants to see it. They just want to hear what you have to say and then get on with the rest of the video. When it's a vlog in like your bedroom, the music that you want isn't something that's going to distract the viewer. You don't want them to listen to the music. You want the music to be able to help them just get in a better peace of mind to be able to watch it, and it's more enjoyable for them. So if you use something like all this dramatic and like actiony music, it's going to distract your viewer and it's going to set the wrong tone for your video. So choose something that has the right vibe, something that's kind of chill and just easy listening, so it helps you bring across your point and engage with the viewer, but not put them in a kind of a distracted mindset or like misunderstanding the kind of emotion and the mood that you're trying to convey. So now for the part of the video I'm pretty sure the majority of you have been waiting for, and that is the giveaway. Now before I say who the winner is, I just want to thank all of you so much for all the comments that you left. Like, there's so many of you that had such an inspirational story, and the goals that you guys have all been set, I wasn't expecting those sort of answers. I love what you guys came up with, and it kind of blew out my expectations because I was not expecting that level of inspiration and that level of drive in some of you. Like, it just shows me that there is faith in this in humanity. Some of you are going to make an amazing impact on the world, and I hope that I get to witness that, and I hope you guys share that as much as you can. But yeah, and just thank you guys for all the support on my last video and all the congrats for hitting 2,000. I think, you know, we're still steadily growing. We're at 2,010 subscribers now, so you know, I'm really happy with the way everything's going. And yeah, just the love, I just want to just throw love at all your fucking beautiful faces. But the winner of the giveaway is the subscriber under the name of Make It a Better Place. Your story was amazing, and the drive that you've got to be able to put an impact on this world, and you know, teach the people that you want to teach. And stuff like this, you just know that, you know, it's genuine and this is something important. I really loved the message that you were bringing across, and I felt you deserve this 100%. So if you're not already following me on Twitter, please do follow me just so I can direct message you. Other than that, I will also send you a direct message on YouTube if that's an option. And for anybody who hasn't gone through the comments, please do, because there's a lot of amazing stories down there, and I know a lot of you will really love some of the stuff people said, and you'd be able to, you know, draw your own inspiration from that and try and see where you can set goals. So the winner, Make It a Better Place, I will probably reply to the YouTube comment on the last video so that I know it's you, and comment your Twitter handle, because I do want to get in contact with you, because that's the only way I can send out the posters. And follow me on Twitter just so I can direct message you, because that's the only way I can contact you, really. But yeah, apart from that, congratulations. I hope you enjoy the prints. You know, there's 150 designs, so you can pick and choose whatever you want. You get 2 designs. Yeah, I just hope you really enjoy it, and thanks for everybody else who entered. I wish I could give everybody posters, but it's just not a possibility for me. But if you do want a poster, feel free to grab some. They're gonna be up for a very long time, so you've always got a chance to grab them. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope that, you know, I was able to help with any of the editing tutorial. I hope I didn't let any of you down. I hope I was able to give maybe some pieces of advice with the equipment. But yeah, that's it. That's where I'm gonna leave today's video. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.